Hello, I've designed a shape scavenger hunt to share with you today. You can do a scavenger hunt inside your home or outside. It just depends on what you'd like to find. I took some time earlier to find different objects that match these shape cards. And our first shape, that's a square. It's a pretty big square, isn't it? So when I was walking around my home to try to find something square, I came across this pile of Post-it notes. They are each a square. Now you can see that the Post-it notes are smaller than the square on the paper, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be the same size. It's still the same shape. This is a triangle. However, it is a special kind of triangle. It is called an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle is a triangle where everything is the same. The sides are the same, and then the angles, where the points are also all the same. In my home, I was able to find this little prism that the main face of it is an equilateral triangle. You can see that. And it's easier to see if I stand it up, isn't it? So I have my square and my equilateral triangle. This is a shape we might all be familiar with, a rectangle. There are a lot of things that are rectangles in my house, so it was pretty easy to find. I chose this painting that has a rectangle on every side of it, even the bottom. This is a circle. I'm sure you all know this shape. When I was looking around for a circular object in my home, I found this coaster. This is a fun object. This is an oval. An oval, you can see, is slightly bigger on one side and slightly smaller on the other. So something I had in my refrigerator that's an oval is an egg. I don't know. This egg has a little bit of a smaller top than its bottom. I think it will stay there. This shape is a trapezoid. I really like trapezoids. It took me a little bit of time to find something that was trapezoidal in my home. And then my husband pointed out that the side of this bake pan is a trapezoid. And even this side is a very long trapezoid. This is a six-sided hexagon. The hexagon was also a little bit tricky for me to find in my home. And then we decided to look, I don't know if you can see this, we decided to look in our hardware collection in the closet. And we found this little nut from a nut and bolt set, and this is a hexagon. It has 6 sides on the outside. So here we have another kind of triangle. Hold it this way. This is a triangle that has a very long name. It is an obtuse angled isosceles triangle. Obtuse refers to this angle, meaning it's large, And isosceles refers to these two sides, meaning they are the same. I actually decided to include this shape when I found the hexagon in our hardware, because I found, just completely by accident, this little, there it is, this little obtuse angled isosceles triangle. So there it is. This shape is familiar to some of my students who see it with our walking on the line activity. It's an ellipse. An ellipse is exactly the same at both ends, as opposed to the oval, which has a bigger end and a smaller. So for the ellipse, I actually found this little dish in my kitchen that we typically use for dirty spoons and things when we're cooking. And it's a perfect ellipse shape. Okay, I only have one more. This was a very tricky one for me to find. It's a rhombus, which some people know as a diamond. Rhombus is essentially a square, but just kind of tilted over to the side. And I did a lot of looking for a rhombus before I actually found one. And I'm not sure you'll be able to really see it all that well. But the designs along the edge of this fabric, it has a lot of different rhombus shapes in there, all along the purple and the red. So I decided to take that and keep that for my rhombus shape. So this is the result of my shape scavenger hunt. I hope that you enjoy doing yours, whether you use the shapes that I have suggested, or find something online to use, or make your own. Thank you for coming here today.